And we are live. Welcome back again to Kinfolk and Nem with your hosts, X Williams, Greg, B Reese, Ish. And unfortunately tonight we are missing Napoleon. He had to have some prior obligations to attend and he'll be back with us hopefully next week. So
Hopefully.
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 Let's hope so.
And And if he doesn't, we'll find a way to get him back on the show. Of course, if you are a first time watcher, make sure you like and share this broadcast on Facebook and also YouTube, and also subscribe to our YouTube page and like our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
All of it.
Yeah, make sure you are subscribing.
As
I heard him.
as Ish would say, yes. Now we also want to get into something serious. This is the 1 year unfortunate passing of Marco, one of our former classmates at Langham Creek High School. We had our 10-year reunion last year, and unfortunately, that same night, unfortunately, he passed away due to a car accident. So we just want to give our condolences out to Marco and his family. If they are watching, we just want to let them know that we are thinking about you guys, and of course, still, we just want to give our hearts out to everybody that's involved in that situation. So we just want to give a quick 15 seconds of silence for Marco and his family. And like we said, we just want to give like I said, big shout out to the family. We hope everything is doing well with Marco's family, and we hope you guys are continuing to heal from that tragic event. Like I said, moving forward, we just want to also give a shout out to our guest today on Kinfolk and Nem, another alumni of Langham Creek High School. Shout out to Obina.
What's up, y'all?
Obina, shout out to
What's going
you.
on?
Like I said, former Lane Creek High School athlete, all on the football field, track, and also basketball. University of Houston graduate, and now
Yes, sir.
also transferring his skills from the football field to the recording booth. Now as a artist, would you like to describe yourself a little bit more, Obina?
Do everything, man. Artist, business as well. I got a 9 to 5 like everybody else. Business. What else? Um, master's degrees, 2 master's degrees. MBA finance, master's sociology. I mean, I don't know what else. What else is there to do?
Man,
My boy
a
said,
real
my boy say
African.
he a Swift Army knife, baby, a Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
Trying to do everything, man. Like shit, life's short.
100, 100. All right, let's go ahead and get to the first topic tonight. It took me a couple of days to get his name right. Kemah Siverand. If you haven't heard the news lately, this is the Seattle Seahawks cornerback that decided to sneak in a woman to the facilities to, of course, I guess, maybe get her on the football team. It seemed like because he dressed her up in some Seattle Seahawks football gear, and it seemed like he wanted to introduce her to Pete Carroll to maybe show off her athletic abilities to get
Here
on
the
the team.
jokes
So
come. Here the jokes come. Go
there's
ahead.
no,
Fucking
She
reach,
was
bro.
so basic
there's
looking
no
too.
jokes. I mean, there's no
You
jokes. I
reach.
haven't. This is the first time I've seen where a player decided to dress up his significant other in gear to try to sneak him into the facility. So I just want to hear you guys' thoughts about it, and if you guys have ever had this situation happen to you before.
Who's gonna go first?
Who here
Yeah,
has had this
not all
situation
at
happen to
once.
them?
Not all
Who
at
here
once,
has had this
everybody.
situation happen
I'll
to them?
start. I mean, this has
Uh,
never happened to me before. Like I like never have I ever tried to dress up a woman in football gear to sneak into any type of facility. Now, have I snuck somebody into my dorm room? Yes, but have I ever tried to do it in
Oh,
football gear and tried to do anything crazy like that? No.
Hey, Ish, make that face again. Hold on, because if you say dormer, we know what college you went
College.
to, and
Yes,
I
sir.
went to that college. I know how strict that college
Yes, sir.
is.
Huh?
So, I
And
think Ish is very shocked right now.
the
I mean,
Lord is frowning down on you right now.
you
All the
know,
people
Now,
at
would you
Watchtown
like to
Baptist are
explain? Now, would you like to explain to the viewers that don't know the type of school, the type of college that
oh,
you went to?
I ain't. So going to the school I went to was a private Christian school. So there were certain hours of the day that you were allowed visitation, and when you had visitation, you had to sign them in. You had to sign them into the front. You had to leave the door open, both feet on the floor. You couldn't cuddle, anything like that. Lights on, all that stuff. But there were a couple of times where I stuck my girlfriend in at a time. Did we do anything? No. But
Oh, you are a liar.
who is lying?
You are
you
a
are lying.
liar.
You are liar.
Bro,
I don't know if I believe that.
First of all, don't act like y'all don't know me. No, stop it. Anyways, we didn't do anything, but I did sneak in somebody to my
Yeah, y'all were just playing games. It's cool.
Actually, when I
I'm
had
sure that's what my man from the Seahawks had in mind as well. He was
I-
They
like,
were just gonna play.
we
They were
just
just gonna play some
some-
spades. He would just teach us some spades. Gonna play some
Actually,
goldfish or something like that.
at the time,
Uno.
that's when I had Timmy, so my dog,
Okay.
and so that's when I stuck somebody.
Alrighty then. So what I want to bring up, I don't know, and again, for people that's watching, I don't know if you guys have seen who the alleged person is that he tried to sneak in,
Why you doing
but
this to me like
I
that?
just want to
Dude, why you
show,
do this?
I just want to
Why
show.
you gonna say up like that though?
Hey, elephant in the room. She's white.
What?
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, would you risk your NFL career for a woman like this? If this
That's
is
messed up.
said,
No,
if this is said woman.
that's such an unfair question, dude. That's such an unfair question.
Okay, so would you like to word the question better for me, Nish?
No, it's not a fair question, period.
Hold on. Would you?
Okay. I'll question it like this. I'll question it like this.
No. You lost your chance. Would you risk your NFL career
You know, a while ago.
There,
Exactly.
Leave it that way.
Obina,
Say it again. Ask me again. I'm sorry.
if you had an opportunity to finally, this is your one and only opportunity to finally make it into the league, would you risk it for the biscuit?
Wow.
Y'all know me. What the hell? I'm not even gonna think about females at this time of trying to, get like, bro, you're a free agent. One, two, you haven't even made the fucking team yet. Like you trying to get the bag. Like you fumbling up $500,000 at least. You know what I'm saying? You're fumbling the bag and you're fumbling your dreams for a girl, and she looked basic as hell.
That's not
Basic.
fair.
Like she wasn't even fine. Like
Not
what are
fair.
you doing?
That's
I
not
don't,
fair.
That's not nice.
I don't get these
Hey,
new.
I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
We'll say beauty is subjective, right? Beauty is
Okay,
subjective.
now he got to look in the mirror every day and be like, "Damn, I fucked up. I might not even get a chance to even get back in the league now."
But what if she's holding him down? They end up getting married. He
Dog, fuck
works
that.
out for another team, gets on the practice
No, you can get another girl to hold you down, do the same thing. Man, you can get another girl to hold you down, do the same thing, bro. Like you're an NFL player, bro. How many girls will hold you down? 1 million of them are gonna hold you down. Like period.
Dang, you just shut
Oh
it
my
down like that?
What if she was with him in high
Bro,
school?
like that's my dream. That's me. Like she didn't help me get there.
That's his high school
You know what
sweetheart or something.
Do you know
She
the
didn't help me
backstory?
get there.
Bruh,
You know,
Man,
If that's your high school sweetheart and she don't understand by now that you need to sit your ass down somewhere and let me go get this bag, then maybe she don't need to be with you.
Bro, they
Just
were
saying.
living for the
Exactly.
thrills, man. They were just trying to,
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
she
half of
lost
the
me my
fun.
dream. Now I got to be stuck with her and be
That's not true.
Now
and
you
be
now you mad and
miserable.
miserable. You ain't got no
Yeah.
money. You just over here with this WAP. You just had this WAP over here. Just damn. I ain't got
There's
no
no
money. I just got some WAP though.
This
like
nigga
it's
here,
out
yo.
there. Yeah, it's out there, bro. Like, dog, people be just
That's
He
what
gonna
we're
get
going
another
with.
shot.
man.
That's,
No, bro. I don't honestly. I don't think he's gonna get another shot until next year.
He gonna get another shot. He gonna get another
Next
shot.
year. Next year.
what's
But
your
with a
Next
lot
year.
of no,
Because
no, no. But all
look,
these guys opting out. With a lot of these guys opting out, that he has a better opportunity of being able to join the
that's
squad.
true. That's true. But you got to think like a GM. Like, why would I let someone come in and try to fuck up like the COVID shit? Like, they're gonna try to put they're gonna try to put the team in jeopardy of getting COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're
Okay,
gonna
I
think
agree.
about that too. Why am
He
I gonna
learned
let?
from his
Is he gonna
mistake.
do it again? GMs think like that. I'm not putting $500 in your pocket or
You right.
$500,000 in your pocket if you're gonna bring another. Do the same thing. I'm
He
gonna cut
learned
you
from his
again.
mistake, man. He learned from his mistake. He's gonna
I
be all
hope
right.
so.
He gonna
Because
get
look, it's
another
gonna be
shot.
tough for him to get another chance. I'm telling you that right now.
Now
Because
you're
you're putting
correct.
people at risk to get sick. You're putting a team at risk to get sick and not play. The NFL actually, not even the team.
Now, what do you say for the people out here that feels like coronavirus is a fake thing? It's not real. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. I'm sorry.
It's real. I just feel like it's not as it's a 99% survival rate, right? Something like that.
90,
So I
99,
mean, it's
99,
real.
98.
98, 99. I mean, that's still a good percentage. Like it's real, but I think something's undercover they're trying to hide. And it's close to election time. So I feel like, there's other things trying to hide. I've just heard a lot of CEOs dropping off they're leaving their companies and stuff like that. I feel that's kind of weird. And I feel like this case with like Jeffrey Epstein and these pedophiles and things like that, those are kind of like in line with COVID and stuff. It makes sense if you're gonna, keep everybody at home while, these pedophiles serve their sentences. You know what I mean?
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
I got you. I got you. No, but what do
Serve their
what, what
sentences
do
at
what do
home.
pedophile service sentences have to do with United States of America folks having to sit at home?
Well,
That
they
kind
Distraction.
of
don't want
Keep you
prominent. They don't want
distracted.
prominent powers. They don't want the prominent elites or powers to, you know, uh, they don't want people to know that these elites are doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't
I
want
mean,
people
it's
to know that.
kind of too late for that. The internet been here for a minute.
It's
I'm
too
pretty
late, but
sure.
people are dumb, bro. Like people don't think. Like they're gonna think about COVID. They're gonna think about, oh, I'm broke. Like I need to get money. I need to do this. Like a lot of havoc is going on. So when you create chaos, you also create confusion. You know what I'm saying? So that's another tactic. Like let's bring up COVID so that people don't think about these sentences and things like that. Like look at all these CEOs. That's never happened before. 1,400 CEOs resigned from their job. Like something. It's not just regular. That's just me. That's my
I got
perspective.
you.
I don't know. I don't know everything. That's just how I think. I
Now you're
put
not
two
the
and
only
two
one that's
together.
out here that thinks that way. It's a lot of people that think that way. So we're not saying that you're
Yeah,
crazy
I
or
mean
anything like
that's
that.
just my analytical aspect of stuff. But you never know, man. You never know. COVID's real though. To me, it's real.
100.
It's real,
Anybody
man.
got anything else to say about this topic though?
I'm just
Greg,
saying.
Greg.
I'm just saying that could have been, saying his high school sweetheart. She was dropping him off at practice. So saying taking him to the gym. Y'all know the backstory.
Taking him to the gym in
Um,
Seahawks clothing, getting into the
Yep.
hotel.
Yep.
Honestly, he should have followed AB, right? Remember AB's hashtag no more white women? I mean,
Yeah, he should
follow
have.
No,
that.
no white women 2020.
Brett, going to that, if she was a good woman, should have been like, you know what, you can get in trouble for this, man. Like, let me just see you sometime else. Just focus on your goals, focus on your dreams. That's a good woman. But she's like, nah, she wanted to fuck it up for him. She would have told your ass, hey, I'm not coming.
Now
Cause when I get that check, then I'm gonna get you a little some after I get
I'm
that
not
check. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying he was right or she was right at all.
Then what are
Oh, they
you?
were both wrong.
Then what are you saying if they?
That's
What
not
are
what
you
I'm
saying?
saying. Okay. All I was saying was at the beginning we were talking about like just like she's some random or blah blah blah. You don't know that.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know if she's random. I don't
that's
know.
all I'm
I don't
saying.
think I don't think she was a random. I doubt it. I doubt it though. You're right. I doubt it. I doubt
That's
she was
all.
random.
That's all. That's literally the only point I was saying is that you don't know who she is to him.
I feel you. I agree. I don't think she was a random though. Hell no.
I
Yeah,
hope
she
not.
definitely wasn't. No, she
She was
definitely wasn't.
definitely someone like a girlfriend or something. But still though, like
I get no. I'm not disagreeing with you. That's like saying when saying when players are smoking weed and stuff like that, doing drugs like during the season, then they get drug tested, and they're always like, "Well, why would you do that?" Right? It's just, it's the same concept of us on the outside saying why. Why would you do something stupid during the season, risking your career and your contract?
right, exactly. Definitely,
It's the exact same
definitely, bro.
concept. But
I
I
feel you.
also feel
I
like
feel you.
this is something that is like 100% more controllable. Like,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I feel you though. If you love a woman, I feel you on the, like bringing her to the facility. But come on, bro, like that's kind of
I'm
cutting
with
it.
you.
It's kind of
I
yeah,
agree
it's kind of
100%. 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
yeah, yeah.
He did it for love.
He did it for
Love
all.
not
He did it for all the wrong damn
He was
reasons. All
he was
right.
bumping
love
that
not
R.
gonna pay the
Kelly. He was
bills.
bumping that
Love
R.
don't
Kelly
pay
before he did it.
love don't pay the bills. To tell you
It
that,
do. It do not.
It
It
helps though.
does
do
not
It
pay the
helps when you
bills.
can't.
not.
It helps when
You
you
say
can't.
what?
I said it helps when you can't pay the bills.
Love can help. It can help you.
It can
It can
ease a
help.
little. It can ease that pain just a little bit, but it ain't
It
gonna.
can
It
ease a
ain't gonna
little
stop them
bit.
bills from coming though.
It's not. No
Yeah,
sir. Still comes on the first of the month.
All right.
exactly.
First of the
But
month.
yeah, that's crazy.
So next topic we have for tonight: Washington football team, new team president Jason Wright. Well, it seems like the Washington football team trying to save a little face with hiring the first black team president in NFL history. Um, he definitely is up to par with what he brings to the table as being a former athlete in the NFL, playing running back for the Arizona Cardinals, and also being a part of. I'm sorry, being a part of the actual NFL management background for a couple years. So he has the resume, but it seems like it takes forever for somebody like an Jason Wright or even a Tony Dungy or anybody like that to be able to get to certain levels of NFL management. Anybody want to chime in on why does it take so long for somebody like a Jason Wright to be able to get this type of position?
What do you mean? Why
I
does
mean,
it take so long?
Well, it seems like we have people that are in the that are in the world that feels like everything is fair, everything is equal, and that people shouldn't complain. Yet we have organizations in the world that management group wise are a lot are based upon one race being heavily involved instead of other races. So with the NFL, there's a lot more, of course, white people that own teams or that are the presidents of team GMs, whatever it is, compared to African Americans, Hispanics, or of course Asian Americans, or just Asian population in general. So what does this say for the NFL? Are they trying to take that next step into moving
Yo,
forward
it's
and being more
sad.
diversity?
First off, it's sad that this is the first black president in the NFL. Period. Like that's sad that the year we're in, 2020, this is the first that y'all had. Come on now. Secondly, I'm kind of skeptical about this one because they are trying to repair their image. So how much of this is them trying to repair their image and versus them actually doing this legit? Like the whole thing with them possibly naming their team the Red Tails, I got the same concern about that. Like, are you doing it for a PR stunt? Like, you really just think that everybody gonna be like, oh man, they were the Redskins, but now they're the Red Tails. So I really respect that. Come on. Like, I don't know. I can't, I don't trust these people. I don't think that they're genuine in anything that they do. We have all seen how they handled the Colin Kaepernick situation. I just do not believe that this league, the owners in this league, are genuine when it comes to these issues. And for this to happen, I'm not saying that he's not qualified because he's very qualified. If you look at him, he went to Northwestern. He played a couple years in the league and everything, so he's very qualified. But my situation is why now? because he's been around for a couple of years now. So why now?
Well,
Again,
I feel like,
no, you
I'm
good,
just-
Bennett. Go. You good.
no, I'm just saying, like, I just feel like, man, we grew up around white people, so like, they gotta feel like we're like legit for us to degrees or experience. Like they gotta, know like, okay, if I bring this black man in or whatever, they gotta be for sure for the job. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving it to some white dude or whatever other ethnicity, they don't really have to have like a background or something, so but we have us as black people, black men, we have to have like super high criteria for like a white man to hire us in that kind of GM position or so or whatever. And then if we don't even do good, even as a coach or a GM, we get fired like in 2 years, 3 years. They keep these 150 white coaches, or GMs for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Adam Gase,
Bro,
Matt Patricia in Detroit.
that's in any sport, like any sport.
Cliff
not even
Kingsbury.
football. Right, not even and Cliff Kingsbury, like not
He
even.
just
and
he
was
just
like,
started. Cliff
he was
Cliff
a
just
coach.
started.
No,
You
but
talking about
Cliff
Texas Tech?
Kingsbury.
Or are you talking about
dude,
because Texas Tech he had a losing records? You talking about
yeah,
that?
he had a losing record
Oh,
from
yes.
at Texas Tech, and
Yes,
then
and then he got the Arizona
somehow
job. Yes.
Cliff was the QB coach when I was at U of H in '09. So
Mhm.
he's a good coach. I just don't think he's a head coach, but he's a good coach. He's a good dude.
he didn't
But
deserve that
but of course,
opportunity.
we all know why he got that opportunity because of course who he was able to coach quarterback wise. Everybody
Right.
and of course GMs were like, man, you know what? We saw what happened with Sean McVay. Sean McVay was able to lead the Rams. This is we need these young coaches. Let's go ahead and give this guy a
He's
shot.
young, white.
Yeah, well, but you can't say that. You can't say that because But there's some guys like a Byron Leftwich. There's guys like Ty Bowles still waiting in the wings. There's guys out here that Eric Bieniemy, how you have the best offense in the NFL, don't even get a look at a head coaching gig. You
Crazy.
have these coaches out here that are pretty good. Just for some reason they get passed over. We don't know why, but
Oh, yeah.
We
it's
know why.
just saying.
Yeah,
We know
it's just like I said, they got to have a track record like of black man as like, oh, he needs to be legit. He got to have 20 years, 30 years experience of 10 degrees.
I honestly don't even think that. Like, I think that it takes somebody who's been around black people long enough
That too.
to trust a black person to do something. Or, like you're right, it is going to take somebody who has 1,000 years of experience with a proven track record to finally get an opportunity to maybe interview, not necessarily get it, but to even interview for that job. But like when you think about like a white person who has been around black people, then they're like, dude, I know this person who's just as capable as another person. So like, and I trust him because he's had to go through more. He's had to do more to get to where he is than somebody who was just given to. But on a normal scale, it would just be like, oh, well, he has a degree, so I trust him because he looks like me on the white side.
I think it's all about running in the right circles and who you know, right?
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
in everything, it's about who you know, who your connections are,
Yeah.
and who's able to pull the strings to get you in the spot that you need to be in.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily think that it is. I'll say I'll give somebody the benefit of the doubt, even when you don't deserve the benefit of the doubt, and say it may not be a color thing. It's just you don't have the right connections, or you weren't able to, get the right people to speak on your behalf to get you in that spot. Sure, but I think that leads into a conversation for a later topic of some of the effects of where we have come from in this country to where there are certain groups who don't have those connections and aren't fortunate enough to have those kind of connections because of situations that are outside of their control. Now, people are gonna want to argue about that. Whatever, we can argue all day if you want to, but there is just proven that there are people who don't have the opportunities to be in some of these circles, some of these conversations, to get somebody to pull that kind of string for them. Dude, like I said, Cliff Kingsbury did not deserve an opportunity to go from Texas Tech a program that was not even like doing anything in the Big 12, not even the SEC, the Big 12. You weren't doing anything in the Big 12. You had a losing record as a head coach, or I'm sure it wasn't winning. And for
No.
you to go from Texas Tech to getting a head coaching job over a lot of these assistants, there are people, and let me say, not even people who have been head coaches before and failed. I'm talking about people who are great coordinators that haven't even got the opportunity. How you just jump from Texas Tech up to Arizona? That to me says he had somebody in his corner that was, speaking on his behalf and got him in that spot. That's all you can say. Like, really, that's what it comes down to. And I don't think a lot of these black coaches and former players who could be presidents or GMs or whatever, I don't think they have those people that speaking on their behalf.
The one person that I just want to shout out right quick that's been able to have a successful career because he went through the interview process, shout out to, of course, the Rooney Rule, is Mike Tomlin being able to go from be a special teams coach and being able to be the head coach for the Steelers and winning a Super Bowl with the Steelers. Everybody can't do it the Mike Tomlin way because everybody ain't built like Mike Tomlin. It is what it is. But
well, they
it
also
seems
don't have the ownership group behind them.
100.
His
That's
ownership group is
100%.
behind him.
You're 100% correct. But it just seems like it's unfortunate that guys, like I said before, like an Eric Bieniemy or even a guy like a Byron Leftwich, two guys that played in the league before, can't even get a look. But a guy like a Joe Brady, that's a special teams coordinator with the Patriots, but because he's coaching with Bill Belichick, he's able to get a head coaching job with the New York Giants with no experience. I mean, it really sometimes is like a slap in the face because it's like, you look around, you're like, am I the only one that's tripping that sees this, or am I just tripping? But
Yeah. But you also got to look at it too. Is Cliff Kingsbury? His dad was a head coach he's like one of the winningest coaches in high school football history. So in Texas, so you know what I'm saying, Cliff played in the league too. You know what I'm saying? He played in the league. He was his assistant, and he coached quarterbacks in college, Heisman winners. So they look at that track record and like GMs are like, well, shit, if he can do that for Heisman winner, he can be a head coach. And he has a good play in the league too, so that helps.
Again, I'll say this. It sounds good when you're doing it in college, but again, like a guy like Eric Bieniemy that did it in the NFL, you still can't get a look. Again, that whole conversation gets thrown out the window. That's all.
Right. It sounds good. Right. It's like I said, it sounds good, but that's just that's their viewpoint of how they think. That's what they think. They think college, like if you're doing good in college, they're going to bump you up in the league to the league. Rather than the guys that are doing it already.
So would you recommend somebody who is like a head assistant in the NFL to go down to college?
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
I was asking because, like, if they're doing it in college, you have like, do you think the people in college have a better shot now than people in the NFL at being head coaches, or do you think the other way around?
I think it all depends on the coach. It just all depends on it depends on who the coach is at said program. I'll just give an example with Herm Edwards. I think Herm Edwards could coach in the NFL, but because and again, I'm gonna give two examples: a guy like Herm Edwards and a guy like John Gruden. How come John Gruden gets to sit in the booth for 10 years and get a 10-year, $100 million contract when Herm Edwards was at ESPN as well, but he can't get a look from anywhere. But he had to start back in college. Now he's very successful. He's produced a first round, two first round wide receivers now out of Arizona State, and has produced some pretty good guys that have come out of Arizona State now, and still recruiting. Sometimes guys do have to start back in college to be able to, so everybody else can see that, man, maybe this guy still has it, so we can give him a shot again. I hope we see Herm back in the league, but I highly doubt just because of his age.
Did he have a losing record as an NFL coach?
Herm?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm saying he was coaching. I'm saying he was coaching the Jets at one point. He was also coaching the Chiefs. I want to say one of his records at one point in time was probably 7-9. But when he was coaching the Jets, that was when the Jets were pretty decent. Chad Pennington and Keyshawn and whatnot. You know, they had
It was like
pretty decent
8-8,
team.
right? They didn't make the playoffs 8-8.
I mean, they've. I don't know. I don't have the records off the top of my head right now, but I'm pretty sure they've had inconsistent records up and down to where that's why he got fired. And of course,
His overall
went to
record
Kansas
is
City.
56-78.
Yeah, bro, you ain't gonna be in the league like that. That's not gonna.
I mean, what's John Gruden's record though?
Somebody look
Probably
up John Gruden's record there.
I got you.
gotta be a little bit better than that. Come on.
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all.
But
And the
he
only
got-
reason
probably got
why
more games. John
and the-
Gruden probably got more games though.
nah,
He had
don't
one season.
remember he coached with the Raiders, got traded to Tampa Bay and stopped coaching.
He had one season.
His career is 111 and 106.
John Gruden.
John Gruden.
I mean,
I told you.
how does he coach that many games?
I told
That's
you.
No.
That's his head coaching record.
He
111.
bro. John Gruden's
106.
been a coach for years, bro.
He hasn't though.
He stopped. Remember, of course, he had a 10-year gap where he stopped and then came back. He's been coaching
John Gruden's
the
like
last 2
60.
years.
He's in his 50s or 60s, bro. He's been coaching for a long time.
I guess.
What's
I
that?
don't-
Okay, so when he was coaching with the Raiders before he joined Tampa Bay, what was his record looking like? Ish before we hop on to the next topic.
Hold on. 38 and 26. 38 and 26.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at
Hey,
all.
it's over 5.
Yeah, you want to be
I'll
over
take
5, of course.
I'll take
But like,
it.
of course, it gets traded over to Tampa Bay and win the Super Bowl off of Tony Dungy's team. But again, that's another topic for another day. But the only person I have a problem with, of course, is Matt Patricia, because Matt Patricia took over a Lions team that was already was in the playoffs with Jim Caldwell, and ever since Matt Patricia has taken over the Lions, they have gone backwards. So
But he comes
see
from
what
the
happens.
Belichick tree, so
exactly, but we'll see what happens with that team, and we'll check back in later on in the season with the Lions. All right, so this is a very interesting topic to have for today, because we have 2 of my African friends that can definitely chime in on this subject,
Bro,
and I
told
can't
you,
wait.
This is y'all's subject.
No, this is your subject as well too, son.
No, this
This
is
is your
y'all's
subject as well too, playboy. So
No, this is
again, I
y'all's
can't wait
subject.
for y'all to
Hey,
talk
bud.
about this. So Akon believes Black Americans shouldn't think about slavery anymore. Now, what we're going to do for the viewers that are tuning in, we're going to play a little clip on YouTube, and I'm going to try my best to make sure that we have the sound for you guys so everybody can tune in. So everybody that's of course watching on that side, be quiet so y'all can watch the video and listen in. All right, give me a second.
There were a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, Jews and whites were involved, but, Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies, the enemy tribes and making their money and so forth. Like, how was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it. The only time we think about it, honestly, is when we're doing tours at Good Island. Outside of that, people have lived and moved and way beyond the slavery concept and idea in mind state.
Right, because in Senegal, you actually know your history. You can trace your family back 100 generations, whatever else. You still have your names, your real names. You're not named Johnson,
and Jackson,
and Washington, and all the other slave owners that were the presidents who had slaves during that time, Jefferson, and so forth. Yeah, but you guys actually have your history, and that was the whole thing of walking around Senegal. People just felt, it was the first time I felt Black people just felt comfortable and with no type of disease.
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the U.S., they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to weight on your back. You just got to let it go.
There's also been no reparations And there's been, you know.
Yeah, but unfortunately, man, like, it's not like America is going to take the initiative to do it. I mean, otherwise they would have did it already. You know, Indians got reparations, the Jewish got reparations for Holocaust, and it wasn't even done in America. You know what I'm saying?
Italians got reparations.
Italians got reparations.
Japanese.
I mean, Japanese got reparations.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's to the point now where African Americans have to really understand their worth and realize that America was never or intended to ever, you know, consult or even make up for any of that. They're not sorry. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's obvious. So, do you want to stay here and continue to be treated this way, or just go back home, where you're now no longer the minority? You actually are the majority, and you control your destiny and your future and your land.
Yeah. No. Honestly, every black person who has an issue with how people are treated in America, they really should go to Africa.
They need to. They just need to go.
99% of them have not.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
And they're super afraid to go.
A few of my friends, you know, the Michael Jai Whites have gone back, and you know, the John Sallys have gone back. The people with money, you know, and means. But the average black person in America has no idea how dope Africa really is.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So that quick 3-minute video bring everybody back into the fold. So,
sir,
how do everybody feel about that? Gray, let's start off with you. Let's start with you. We haven't heard from you in a minute. How you feel about what Akon said?
Akon sounds like a fucking coon. You know how to really put it. He sounds like an idiot. That's the thing that I don't like, right? It's kind of really fucked up to tell somebody to get over something, right? When you just really, in his own words, the other ethnicities got fucking respirations and shit like that. He even spoke on the Jews getting respirations. It didn't even happen in America. So it's kind of like it's going to be hard to really thoroughly explain that. He's pretty much going to have to come out with another statement. I'm be waiting for that. And when he comes out with that statement, I'll be yelling "coon" in the fucking background because he sounds like a fucking idiot. That's my opinion on it. He sounds like a douchebag. He sounds like a fucking idiot. And that's my whole thing on it.
Well, one thing I love about Kinfolk and Nem, y'all gonna hear real from GT. So appreciate that for keeping it 100 as always. I want to show before we go into everybody else's comments as well. I just want to bring up this comment that Willie D from the Ghetto Boys actually put up himself. He says, Akon thoughts about slavery are similar to those of many white Americans. When something doesn't impact you directly, or you're guilty of profiting financially or socially off of the suffering of others, you tend to lack empathy and remove yourself from human experience. The truth is, Akon is a first-generation black American. He was born to African parents. He spent years in Africa as a young boy and is closely interconnected to his family there. He may have black skin, but like most Africans, his experience is different. Furthermore, let's not forget that some Africans are also guilty of enslaving black people. So I can see why they would want to forget about it and move on. So, again, from Willie D, straight out of H-Town, right here in our backyard and whatnot. Those are his comments on it. Ish, I would love to hear hear what you had to say.
No. I want to hear what the Americans in the group have to say, okay. Because the reason why I say that is like the comment you just read said, for us who are Africans, we have a different connection to the whole topic. Only because we have connections to our roots. We know where we come from. We got our family name, that kind of stuff. So I want to hear what you guys think about what he said, because I'm pretty sure Obina and I have a different outlook kind of on it.
Yeah, so I'll just go with my take right quick. I'm not gonna hit him with a coon. It's hard as Greg did, but I would just say more than anything, just ignorant and misinformed. Because pretty much like Willie D said, when something doesn't affect you. You don't really care about it as much. Same way with black people trying to let white people know about racism and things like that that goes on in America that white people don't go through on an everyday basis, whatever it is. So you tend not to think about it or care about it or whatever it is, or you tend to just brush it off because it's not your problem type of thing until you experience it for yourself, and then you finally have the empathy to say, man, now I can actually connect with this person because I know what this person went through or is going through, because now I can connect with them. One thing I know about Africans that are in the United States, let's be real, Ish and Obina, a lot of Africans don't like black African Americans. So with that being said, a lot of Africans like to separate themselves from black Americans in the first place, because you are doing.
Whoa.
Did
Okay,
I say
that,
did I say you? No. Did I say all? No. I said certain.
No. The
You make a
problem I have with that statement is you saying that Africans want to separate themselves from black Americans. But I remember, and a lot of Africans will point out to you growing up, black Americans are the main ones, like, oh, African booty scratchers.
You say African booty scratchers? About to say? As you about to say?
Y'all just got on my boat. Like, y'all the ones always making jokes about Africans from a very young age.
So first of all, so what you saying is
funny.
So what you saying is you are still holding on to something that maybe one or two kids said, because just because one or two kids said it don't mean that everybody said it. Don't mean everybody did it and whatnot. I ain't never because you tried. That's because you tried it. That's why you did that shit.
Dude, I'm not saying I'm holding on to something. I'm saying that is an experience for a lot of Africans, and not even only in elementary school. Dude, I'm talking about high school, college, whatever. Dude, black Americans, until Black Panther came out and it started to become cool to be African, y'all were always like, oh, I'm not African. I'm not African. Oh, y'all Africans this, y'all Africans that. Like, dude, that is a big thing for black Americans. Black Americans always the ones trying to separate themselves, talking about they not African and this and that.
Can I?
Obina, yes, please chime in.
Bro, I hate flip-flopping ass people, bro. Like, American people are flip-floppers. They want to go in with what the trend is, bro. That shit's annoying, bro. That shit's fake. You fake as fuck. Because you was calling me African booty scratcher back in the day. African booty scratcher. They throw spears, all that shit. But as soon as Wakanda and all that shit came and Black Panther, I'm African now. I'm African now and shit. No, you ain't. Nah, you was making fun of us and shit, bro. I'm telling you, like that shit. Like Black American people like to go with the trend, bro. Like
I got a question. Though. Seriously, I got a question. Do y'all also think that y'all might be talking about shit that happened grade school wise? Because do y'all also forget? Let me explain. Let me explain. Y'all don't think black Americans don't get teased upon their looks or teased upon certain things that we go about on an everyday basis?
But you're teasing your own skin color. That's different,
bro. You're teasing your own people.
You're teasing somebody. You're teasing black. I had people darker than me telling me I'm Afro. Like, nigga, you're way blacker than me. Like, bro, I dealt with that shit. Like, but it made me tough though, bro. It made me really tough. You know what I'm saying?
But again, though, I think.
Fuck.
Y'all know me for a while. Y'all know I've never said that to y'all before. So so that's
cool. Hey, I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. But don't go around here doing all that Wakanda shit later on in your life. So you was the one making fun of people and shit. I never made fun of y'all. I never said, "Oh, Black American this." I don't give a fuck about what y'all are doing. Like, I don't care. Like, Black Americans to me are cool. Like, I don't. But they have a problem with Nigerian or whoever Africans or y'all got the problem, not us.
You really think like Black Americans like have a problem with.
Let me tell you why. We come here. Our parents come here with $0, right? They get an education.
Where you go?
They freaking
run it back for us. Run it back for us one more time, Beanie. You phased out on us. Run it back for us one more time.
Okay, I was saying, like, our parents come here with $0, bro. They come here with no money. come here, get sent from Nigeria or wherever country they come from. They make a name for themselves, bro. They don't make no fucking excuses on, oh yeah, the white man did this, or like somebody stopping me from achieving this goal or doing this. No, they come here and grind, bro. They come here and grind and they surpass people. You know what I'm saying? They surpass people that are at the bottom, like trying to survive, bro. That's your fault if you don't want to go to school, go to get an education. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody stopping you. You can do it yourself. How did my parents do it? You know what I'm saying? My parents are super successful. How did they
and
do
this
it?
is why I wanted y'all to
Why
talk.
am I doing it? Am I doing right? But am I doing it because of my parents? No, I'm doing it because I'm a grinder. And my parents are grinders. This is how we are. We are raised to be hustlers. Like we hustle. Education, school, money. If you don't do that shit, you're not gonna get to where you're at. But people want to complain. Like I'm telling you, Black American people, some of them want to complain. Like you're born here, bro. You got all this opportunity, but you're not using that shit. That's why Nigerians or Africans don't respect Black people. It's because of that shit, bro. It's like you're born here, bro. You could take over the world if you just stay focused, stop smoking, stop drinking, stop fucking getting people pregnant, stop doing stupid shit. That's all it is. It's respect. You feel me? It's respect. Y'all got to understand that, but y'all don't. And then y'all hate us because we come here and we fucking take it over. We take over shit, and then y'all get mad at us for doing that. That's how I feel.
So
I don't know.
let me
I don't know what that is, bro.
let me say this off of what Obina is saying, because
The reason why
I wanted y'all to speak before we spoke is because since we both were raised in African households, I know exactly what he just said is the mindset of our parents because they came from Africa here. And just like Akon was born there and came here, right? So a lot of the people who are first generation Americans who are born there, come here, and then they have their kids here, their mindset is, yo, we come in here for the opportunity. We're coming here to take advantage of that opportunity and grind. And that's what they instill in all the kids, right? So like for us growing up in African households is different because the way we are brought up is like, dude, we had to struggle. We had to walk to school. We had to pump water. We didn't have any clothes. We didn't have any shoes to wear. You better go to school and get your education and do what you're supposed to do. So I understand where Akon's coming from in the sense that what he is saying about getting over it is he's talking about from that mindset of there are plenty of Africans that come. And if you look at the statistics, Africans that immigrate into America, they hold like a high percentage of degrees because when they come here, they are coming here to grind and get and take advantage of the opportunity. They're not coming here to waste that opportunity. And that's where he's coming from when Akon makes a statement like this. He's saying, get over it, because he's saying, like, yo, plenty of us come here, we grind and we make a way for ourselves. And then we take care of our families back home. Like, we're not only taking care of ourselves, right? So that's what he's saying. But at the same time, being somebody who was born in America to African parents and growing up and seeing everything that goes on here, I would say that he oversteps a little bit he oversteps in saying just get over it from the standpoint of there are a lot of systems in place here that take advantage of people. There are a lot of systems here that are not for you, that do not help you, that hurt you, there's a lot to get over. There's a lot to overcome, right? Yeah. And I don't think it's set up necessarily for all the people that say like, oh, you got the same opportunity everybody else has. That's not true. Because if you grow up in the inner city and you go to a school that does not have the type of funding that Sci-Fair schools have, you are not able to get the same opportunity unless you are an outlier. People always want to say like, oh, well, you know, so-and-so was from the hood and he went up and look at him as a CEO. If you look at him, he's an outlier from his area. I bet you 100%. Yeah, and that's the thing that people always want to ignore is like, yes, there are systems that we still have to overcome in order to be successful. And while immigrants, like African immigrants, are able to come and be successful, a lot of them, they struggle and work multiple jobs, but live in areas where their kids are able to take advantage of it, right? So like our parents moved to Sci-Fair. Our parents didn't move to like Third Ward or something. Like they moved somewhere where they knew their kids were going to get that kind of opportunity. And that's why I wanted y'all to speak, because y'all are Americans who y'all grow up here and y'all don't grow up in a household where it's like we get that outside mindset of our parents are always telling us like, not only you're black, you need to do this, but they also tell us like you're African, so you're expected to do this.
But I mean, I've lived in the hood though too. I feel like Summerall was a hood. Y'all know Summerall, right?
Yeah.
That's not the hood.
I think Summerall was a hood. Like that's kind of hood. I got into a lot of fights there. Like I did a lot of shit there that I wasn't. Who knows? I know a lot of people that's hood from there. So
Summerall is a suburb, is a ghetto suburb.
right, ghetto suburb, but it's still low key something that I was not used to. Still, like regardless, like just
Well, I could take you to A-Leaf and see your boy Toby and whatnot. We can show you the hood.
My cousins live in A-Leaf and shit. So I mean,
I'm just saying, that's the hood.
I mean, but even before that though, like even my parents didn't like they were coming up and grinding. I still lived in the hood, like kind of. I lived in apartments and shit. So, I mean, like I said, it's a process, journey.
I'll say this: don't matter if you come from the hood, suburbs. It don't make you blacker than somebody. It don't make you not, less black. That don't.
It
That
don't make you look
matter.
that, but it don't mean that you got to make fun of your own damn skin color. You feel me?
Greg.
Don't mean you got to make fun of your own skin color just because they dark or they African. You fucking African. Like, stop playing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
Now, I have a question.
If
Now,
you-
I was gonna say that as well. I got a question. On some serious note. If you actually know your family's history, not like Akon or you guys African. I'm talking about somebody like myself that I can trace my history back to about 150 years ago.
Yeah.
Most of my history is here in the United States, Mississippi area, and Michigan as well. So. We're still trying to find that part where they showed, where we have our African background because, I know everybody says everybody comes from Africa, which is true, but where does it start and where does it stop the history of when you are quote unquote African? Because
that's a legit question, X, because that's one of the arguments I always make for Black Americans is that I feel for y'all because you don't know. Like a lot of people want to say like, oh, why don't y'all just go back to Africa, right? Like Akon even said in that clip, he was like, oh, go back to Africa.
Like how? Who the fuck we know to go and then just go to Africa and be like, yeah, here goes my great grandmother. Look, you see the fucking eye? Like this, we got the same eye. Like
what country do you go back to? Do you go to Liberia? Do you go to Ghana? Do you go to Sierra Leone? Do you go to Nigeria? You go to Kenya?
I agree with what Akon. I agree with what Akon said when it comes to going to Africa. I feel like everybody that's black needs to go to Africa and see it for what it's worth, not see what they show on TV, because of course what they show on TV is bullshit. They need to go and see what's actually there. But I don't feel like if I was to go that all of a sudden I'm just gonna feel this African spirit just come through me like I'm in the Lion King or some shit, and I just need to just live here, and I'm just like that's
okay. When Black Panther came out, why was everybody doing that then?
Bruh, you can't look. But here's the thing. I got you on that. I got an uncle that's Wakanda out and shit. Not I. I wasn't planning. I mean, I'm not doing that shit. Like again, I respect my Africans. I respect my African friends. And last time I checked too, weren't y'all Africans upset because of his shitty ass accent? That ain't no real African accent.
It was
okay then.
I wasn't upset, but it was trash.
I wasn't upset, but I mean,
I mean that all that stuff is a fairy tale like African type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't even do that over there.
And that's my one problem. my one problem with the whole hype behind Black Panther was not that like we were shining a light on African culture and people were excited about African culture. My one problem with it was you weren't interested enough to do your own research to go see what was going on in Africa. Because if you look at Nigeria and stuff, Nigeria is well developed. Ghana, well developed. Like those places have nice areas, but instead y'all aren't even interested to do the research on where your roots come from or whatever until Black Panther comes out, which is fictional, and now you're all like Africa'd out or whatever. And it's like, dude, if you actually look at Nigeria and what they got there, like they are doing some great things there. Ghana's doing some great things there. How come you don't do the actual research of today, real life, and get excited about what they're doing there? But instead,
Nigeria.
you get excited about Black Panther. Like,
First of all,
Nigeria is home of the richest person in Africa. You know, Dagonte. I forgot his first name, but his name is Dagonte or something.
all I know is that I've known about Africa since the '90s because Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time? Obviously, I knew that motherfucker out there. Do you remember the time when do you remember the time? Hey,
But it's so
you already
crazy.
know. I know about the motherfucking white tigers and shit.
It's just
What's
so
that?
crazy though how we're so all like segregated though, like with our our culture and stuff like that. I feel like you gain more confidence when you really know where you come from. You know what I'm saying?
but I think that's
When
part of
you don't know
what
where you
slavery
come
did.
from.
I will
Huh?
say, let me say this. So like, I think okay, I've seen both sides because I pretty much grew up with Ishmael. Like I was at his house all the time, so I've seen the African mindset, African household, all that stuff.
You'll never survive if you're weak. You will not. Hey, I'm telling you right now. So a lot of American people they be saying like, "Oh, African parents, bruh, you will not survive a week in my house." Like,
No,
you know, like you're gonna try to kill yourself. Like
let
there's
me say this though, Bina.
Y'all obviously don't know my dad, so trust me, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Let me say this though,
over
Bina.
the top, bro. My people over the top, bro. Like
I hear-
nothing's ever good enough, bro.
I'll put 2 weeks down on it. I'll make it bye
I
too
hear you
easy.
say that, Obina, but like I spent a lot of time at Ishmael's house growing. Like,
Yeah.
I was there a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got a lot of the same things that Ishmael got, but obviously not as directly. Like the same talks that Ishmael was getting from his dad and from Mama, I got those exact same talks. So like, trust me, I get it, but I also see X's point of view. But I will say that the cool thing about Black Panther was that it gave like Black Americans something to at least like grasp to, right? That just that's something of like, hey, like this is us, like not like us, but us.
Making it
I'll be
aware.
completely honest. They didn't do shit for me.
But
Making it aware, Brett. You're saying
I'm not trying to be a hoe. It's a fake ass
making
movie.
Black people aware,
Like,
right?
it is.
Making the Black people aware that there's like
like, but so
But
like,
why did it need to take a fucking fake ass movie to have Black Americans think that way? That's the thing I want to know.
Because of the disconnect.
I was already thinking that way before the movie came out.
I get that, but you gotta think. So, as a Black American, as a Black young boy, when were you ever taught anything about Africa?
Never.
Maybe y'all, but I was taught. But
yes, okay,
y'all speak for yourself.
Yes, I know, X. I'm saying as a young, like, not you specifically, as Black young kids, when are you ever taught anything about Africa? Like for real, Africa, not
X and Greg not like that. X and Greg are woke, like they know like what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
They know what's up.
Not just what you see on TV, but like actual Africa. You're not taught anything like that. So for a lot of Black Americans, Black Panther was like really the first like in-depth kind of not even in-depth because it's fake, but like
nigga, you can watch National Geographic to see some in-depth fucking African shit. Stop with that bullshit. You trying to sugarcoat some shit.
They have ebooks. They have ebooks, my nigga. They got
God
ebooks.
damn. Nigga talking about Black Panther gave black people the power and shit. Hell nah.
But Brett is right though. Like it gave Black people an awareness, like an awareness that
niggas need to wake up then.
Now people are at least looking things up. They want to know where they come from because they have that little like hope
glimpse
of,
into
like,
it.
This is what Africa can be. Like even though you will never have whatever metal, whatever
Vibranium.
Vibranium. You'll never have that in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's not real. I get it.
I swear though,
that's some good shit. That's some good shit right there.
In general, like just now wanting to know where you come from, like. My family has done the ancestry, all that stuff, and like my heritage is from Nigeria. So like me, I want to go to Nigeria. Niger boy, yeah, yes I know.
Niger boy,
oh Niger boy.
Damn, they took your DNA and shit. Damn, you shouldn't have did that, son. That's another topic for another day though.
I said my family has done it. I did not say I did it.
So
No, so I think
they got your shit too.
I
son.
think this
My family.
conversation is a perfect example of why what Akon said is not possible, right? So, like, bringing it back to the topic,
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
I don't think that it's possible for Black Americans to just forget about slavery because there are a lot of impacts from slavery that they're still working through, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't have
Yeah.
that connection to their family like we as African immigrants or like first generation Africans, we have that connection. So for us, it's not like a searching or a longing to know my history, right? But for Black Americans, they will never have that chance. They will never have that opportunity to know some of those things, to like actually know where your ancestors came from, what tribe they were a part of, what country you belong to. And then like then within the country, so then if that's the case, you are going to by default say, okay, I'm an American, right? So like my people, all the people I can trace are from here in America. They're from like X was saying, all my people I trace back are from Mississippi, right? But then to have the situation where your people have been treated so poorly for so long and you're still working through some of those issues and some of those problems. I mean, like people like to say, oh, get over slavery, it was so long ago, but the effects of it lasted all the way into the 1960s, right?
Slavery
So
was
it's
a choice.
like yeah, or slavery was a choice, like
Slavery
Kanye
was a
said.
choice.
But
Slavery was a choice.
you know, the effects lasted all the way into the 60s, and still to today, there are still effects from slavery that are lasting now. So for people to just say get over it, it's not that easy because these people don't have a connection to Africa for them to just say like sometimes I joke with y'all, if y'all are all like, oh, it's gonna be a race war or whatever, and I'm like, well, then I'm just gonna move back to Africa. Like y'all can't just say that because where y'all gonna go? Like I got family in places where I'd be like, yo, I'll go back and I ain't even worried about it. But y'all are not gonna do that. This is your home. This is your country. This is where your like history is. So I mean, I understand why it's not easy to say like, oh, just get over it or just forget about it. But I, as an African or first generation African, I understand what Akon is saying because I understand that mindset having African parents.
Facts. Same here.
Yeah. I mean,
Even though he
like,
said it in a fucked up way, though, he said
Yeah,
he said it in a way it's demeaning instead of like uplifting. Like, hey, y'all, maybe y'all need to do research. Or he just said, hey, why the fuck do y'all just fuck slaves? Like he said, fuck y'all, like pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Well,
pretty much what he said.
I think that
my
everybody.
language. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse my language. Can I cuss on?
No, you good? Yeah, you good.
I think that everybody can understand what he's saying, but 9 times out of 10, it's about how you communicate things, and the way he communicated what he said was wrong for all of the people.
And black people are gonna be on his ass for
Boy,
saying
they been on his booty.
they on his ass for saying stuff like that. You know, that's why I don't get when I talk about stuff like this. I know both sides, so I can talk about both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really put it on one thing. I'm first generation African American, so Nigerian American. Nigerian American. So
yeah, so he come from the crooks.
You say what? Yeah. Hey. So it's like.
So I got a question with that then. So why were we forced to call ourselves African Americans if we've never lived in Africa and been in Africa?
Y'all don't. Y'all call yourself Black Americans.
I've never heard that.
Bro,
It's definitely African Americans on the paperwork. Thank you. On paperwork, it's African Americans.
It's African American. Well, only reason why they do that is because of the continents. They have Asian American. Like they have just. They gotta identify your skin tone and they think, what I'm saying?
I don't even think that's what it is. I think the situation,
you say what?
I don't think that's what it is. I think the government has never changed their outlook on what you guys are. You are to them African Americans.
True.
Now, in the community, a lot of people, y'all saying y'all never heard of Black Americans. I hear a lot of people that say, "Oh, I'm not African American. I'm Black American," and it's like,
yeah,
you're saying that like it's some insult to you to be African American. Like, shoot, I don't care. Like,
Dog,
if you're Black American, that's fine by me. But
I've never heard that.
Maybe I'm saying maybe y'all Africans might live y'all life a little bit different than us three, but I ain't never heard nobody say, "Oh shit, don't call me no African American, you better call me Black American." I ain't never heard no shit like
nah,
that.
bro, I've heard so many people say that too, bro.
you know why?
Greg, you've heard.
bro.
You
Dog,
know why?
people don't like to claim that they're African.
Hey,
It's like
if you still watching this show and if you Black American, please chime in and let us know if you Black American or African American.
People don't like
According to some of y'all, I'm not even considered black. I'm just light skinned, so I don't know. I don't know if I can contribute.
Bitch, that's a whole different conversation.
Obama.
Different day.
No,
I
but
don't know.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I think Akon, Akon's a real one. Africans don't like to, we don't care. A lot of Africans don't care about feelings. We just tell it how it is. Like,
Yeah, he's not gonna be phased by that.
We don't care about how you feel about what we say about shit. It's just like, who cares? And he's a billionaire. Like, he's a billionaire. He don't give a fuck about what nobody says. He's like, man, y'all don't care about Africans. Man, fuck y'all. That's what he's also saying. He don't care. He's not gonna sugarcoat. African people don't sugarcoat low key. To be honest, we don't. Like, we're very blunt. You know, if we feel a certain kind of way, we feel a certain kind of way. Too bad. I say it on Twitter all the time. I don't care how I say stuff. I'm just gonna say it. You can take it however you want to. You can like me. You don't like me. I don't care. Like, my parents be like, I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying now. I say what I want to say. We grew up like that, bro. We grew up tough. Like, that's tough shit. Like, we didn't grow up in no American household. You just run your mouth. Like, like kids just be running their mouth and shit. Like, a Nigerian parent or African will slap.
I don't know. I don't know what household again. I don't know what household y'all keep talking about. Or Black. I think I watch a little too much TV and shit. Because I don't know what household y'all talking about. People just running their mouths and shit. Because not my house.
Sometimes I feel like it's just a little out of control. Like, I think, like I said, Nigerians have that shit on lock. You ain't going nowhere. You're not doing shit. You're not getting out of here. You're not gonna sneak out. You're not gonna everything's off. You are locked. If you go,
obviously Maxo Cream Pappy didn't have his ass on lock because he's
Maxo Cream's daddy's only Nigerian. His mom's not Nigerian, bro. And then his dad is like he was born here or something. He's not like straight like Nigerian, bro. He's Nigerian, but his dad was born here, bro, and he's from A-Leaf. Like, his dad from A-Leaf, so he talks like that A-Leaf. So he could talk. My parents don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So people are different.
I'm just saying.
But he still has the same values. You know.
All right.
We could be gutter like that, like savage like that. Maxo Cream is savage. We could be like that in the Black culture if we really wanted to. If I really wanted to, and I grew up in the hood, I could be like that. Because Nigerians are just low key savage. Africans are savage. Just period. We could be like that. But why do I have to be like? I don't have to be like that. I'm not in the rap game like that. I'm not a hood nigga. I'm educated. You know, I'm trying to be a civilized human. You know, I don't need to go that route. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know.
Who's this Maxo person y'all talking about?
Oh my god!
Don't worry about it, Brad. Go do your own research. Go do your own research. Anyways,
that's why I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't listen to him either, but I know about him because he's Nigerian. He's from A-Leaf, but people talk about him all the time, and he's a Crip or whatever. But you know, like I said, his mom is American, so like I can see why he in that life he got in that. If you look at most Nigerian, if I see a Nigerian and he go into that lifestyle and his parents are both Nigerian, I'm gonna say something's wrong.
You're confused for sure.
Like,
you're confused.
No, for real. Like you're like,
they're not looking after you, or.
Yeah.
I got a serious question before we go on to the next topic. Let's go ahead and end this because we got to finish up this show. So one thing about Americans now, no matter if it's Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever it is, this generation is having a lot of how can you say, an awakening in saying that they feel like they weren't treated a certain way childhood growing up because you as a parent yelled at me, you did this to me, such and such, whatever it is. So a lot of people are seeking therapy nowadays instead of just letting their emotions, feelings, whatever it is, harbor in and whatnot. So with, like you guys said, if you guys feel like you got to be tough or whatnot to be in an African household, as is therapy something that's spoken about in the African
Africans don't
household?
believe in therapy. You want therapy? I will whip you. I'm gonna bring that belt for you. That's the therapy you need.
You better get over it now. Get over it. I don't care how you feel. That doesn't matter to me.
Bro, African parents don't care how you feel.
Yeah,
Feelings. Bro.
Hey, I'm just saying. I know how the Americans think when it comes to child protective services. You can't whoop kids no more. You can't do this, that, and the third.
Services for what?
Look at the world now. Look at the world now, though.
just saying.
Without that ass whooping. Look at it now. Dog, kids have no respect. They be talking shit online. Like, bro, I will punch the shit out of you. I'll fuck you up. Like, stop talking shit to me, bro.
I think
you know what I'm saying? Like,
kids is always talking. No matter the generation, kids have always talked shit.
Anybody on Facebook will be thinking they
come on, guys. That ain't nothing new.
X, let me tell you this. My mom, you talking about child protective services. My mom will beat the mess out of me with the belt and then say, call CPS. They will send you to a foster home where the people will treat you like a stepchild.
Africans will turn a bad situation and they'll say even worse for you to like just chill. You know what I mean? Like they'll create a situation like that, and they'll be like, "Oh,
that conversation before."
African parents don't care. They do not care about no CPS.
I've heard that exact conversation in person before. That's all I'm saying.
I believe it. All right, guys, let's go on to the next topic. All right. What's a man's obligation to his baby mama after they have separated? Now, the reason why we're talking about said topic is because Lil Baby's baby mama, apparently her name is Aisha, is apparently aired him out when it comes to Lil Baby not paying for baby mama expenses for the baby. Now, how do we
watch her?
Don't put it on.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've already listened to this, and everybody else here have listened to this. And to be completely honest, her voice is pretty goddamn annoying. So we're not gonna replay her voice. So if you want to go check it out, go ahead, check out Shade Room. It's on there, and check out what she said. But pretty much to skim everything up, what she pretty much said is that she feels like she deserves a new car because she is the woman that brought in Lil Baby's son and whatnot. And so I guess the question, like I said, is what is a man's obligation to his baby mama after they have separated?
I'll start this off. So
you started off.
Let's say, man, like, all right. I saw Lil Baby. The only reason why he said he wasn't gonna give her the car was because she's irresponsible. That's the only reason why. He said it's sitting in the garage. If you go on Twitter, that's what he wrote. You know what I'm saying? She's irresponsible, meaning she's using his money irresponsibly, doing irresponsible shit. So why should he be doing shit for you if you're not going to be responsible of taking care of your responsibilities? This man's working his ass off and he's giving you shit, but you want to sit here and complain. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a man is obligated to his baby mama because they have a kid together. Yes, he should give the woman money. He should take care of her and the child. But is it his job to sit here and buy the baby mama stuff and do stuff? No, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Use that money and take care of your kid. She shouldn't be demanding nothing like that. She should just be demanding money to take care of the child because y'all not together. You know what I'm saying? You're not together, but he should take care of his responsibility. You should take care. We all grown, bro. Take care of your damn self. I'm not taking care of no woman. Like, she's not gonna take care of me either. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we both can take care of each other. That should be but these little dots out here, they get them pregnant or whatever. They don't have no job, no career, no goals. But then they come here, oh yeah, you need to buy me a car, you need to do this. No, I don't. Go get a job. No, baby need to put her on a job. Like put her on something, buy her store or something. Like make her some bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? And get her out of his hair. But other than any girl that disagrees, don't talk to her. Like, don't fuck with her.
Obina's life lessons out there. If
ruin your life, bro.
If they out here agreeing with these hoes, don't fuck with them.
Don't be a simp and start agreeing with fit females. Like, that's not good, bro. For a man, you need to watch out for yourself all times.
You hear that? You hear that, everybody? At all times, playboy. Number one.
Yeah, watch out for yourself as a man. The system ain't. I'm sorry, but the system is not protected for us, bro. It's
Not at
not
all,
for
sir.
us.
Not at all.
It's for them, you know. So you got to keep your money for yourself, and then whenever shit goes bad, handle that with that money that you make. Don't let a woman take your shit, bro. Yeah,
Greg,
that's
got something to say? Look like you got something to say.
it.
I kind of echo the same things Obina saying. I definitely feel like the man is obligated to take care of the baby mama. I'll go a little further and say that it needs to be. It has to get to a point where it's kind of like, okay, enough is enough, right? Because at the end of the day, like Obina said, I seen a tweet as well with little baby saying that, hey, I have a car waiting on you. You've just been irresponsible. And I just feel like for the most part, yes, the little baby should continue to take care of her because at the end of the day, it's a trickle down effect. Because if the woman's upset, that's going to bring onto the child, and that's going to be a whole nother situation that's going to be negative. Because obviously, if she's negative, it's going to bring that energy down to her child. So obviously, keep her happy as much as you can. But at the same time, enough is enough. That's pretty much a simple ass statement. Enough is enough. So for her on her end, let's talk about her end, right? If let's just say hypothetically speaking, we don't know the situation, but let's just say he is giving her a lot of money, right? She should be invested in something, right? We always talk about investing, being an entrepreneur, doing some things like that, right? Lil Baby's the hottest rapper in the game right now, so he's getting a lot of bread, right? And he's giving that bread to her to take care of the child. But she should be taking some of that money and be having her own shit going on, like Obina's talked about as well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, continue to take care of the child, continue to take care of the child's mother, but enough is enough. And also, she should be saving some of that bread and putting it into herself. Get a
Facts.
business. Hey, a lot of these women have makeup businesses. Get into that. Not saying that you should do that, but that's the option. It's a
So,
popular thing
so
right
what extent should he take care of her? Because you guys have both said that, and
now. Right.
I want to know your thoughts.
Obina,
And just the baby, for instance, like the child, like whatever the child needs, that's what she whatever however much he can give her at the time is how much he should give her. If whatever he feels like, not what she feels like it. But I mean, in court, you never, you don't know. I don't know what he gives her, but like sometimes it's too much though. She's like she's irresponsible with her money. Or whatever he said. So he doesn't trust her enough, right? So in that sense, she's messing up his bread. Like that's not cool. Like you could mess up his career. You don't know. You don't know what she's doing with him.
Okay, so right then, not trying to dissect what you're saying, but
Yeah,
what
no,
you
go ahead.
said that time was whatever is needed to take care of the baby. So are you taking
Yeah.
care of the baby and her, or are you just taking care of the baby? Because that's two different things.
Well, I mean, okay, let's put it like this. Okay, let's say you need enough money to take care of both of them. Like if you got them a house, right? Cool. Got them a car, cool. Like then the baby gets everything else after that. But whatever else extra, like she needs to go do that on her own. Like she needs to have her own job, be secure for herself. You know what I'm saying? She can't be depending on him the whole time. Like, what if he gets hurt or like he can't work or he just ends up being a bum in the next couple of years? Which most rappers they don't ever just plateau after a couple of years, So like she needs to find her own hustle. Like that's with even a man. You don't even have to be a rapper. You can just be any man, any woman. People should be independent on their own. Like she's a mom. She needs to be able to have her own money and take care of herself and take care of the child on her own too. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I don't know how much money. I don't know how much money he gives to her. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
But I'm pretty sure
irrelevant how much money they get.
it's irrelevant. But I mean, if it's a lot of money, then that's not irrelevant because that's important. Like there's enough money to take care of a kid. You don't need $1 million. Like you know what I'm saying?
That I do agree. But like I mean, once you take child support out of a check, as you guys don't really know, but child support is expensive, right?
Yeah, it is. My
And
friend's
so
paying 400 right
yeah,
now.
so like what my thought process would be, I mean, depending on their relationship, right? It would be whatever the child needs, because child support is meant to take care of the child. As you know, as long as the child is safe and has food and has a house, she can technically spend the money on whatever she wants to, by court law, right? So she can be irresponsible with the money as long as the child is taken care of. So that was my question: is like how much, how much is that number? Because as long as the child is taken care of, then honestly, it doesn't matter how much.
It depends on the person's income.
Yeah. And then also, just to answer the question as well on my end, I definitely, because I've been reading a little bit about this as well with the tweets he was sending out, then like the Instagram stuff. So apparently the mother and the child, they stay in a good school district. They're in a really good area. I don't know what city they're in. I want to say Atlanta, but they're in a very good area. So I'm assuming that he got her house, which is good. Got him in a nice school district. She had a car. I don't know what happened with it. I know he has another one for her, but he has a car, gave her a car, and then just some money at during the month. Not too much. I think 4,000 or 5,000 a month is all right. I guess you know what I mean. 5,000 a month, untaxed. I'm pretty much he's giving her out of his pocket. That's 60,000 a year. So
60,000 free, not working.
Yeah. Exactly. So
I want to give a quick shout out. To Ayana Grant is checking out the show. She said the obligation should be to the child and nothing more, unless y'all have those grounds understood as to where he or she is willing to do more because he or she wants to.
Good woman. That's great.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Great woman. Yeah. She's smart. Yeah, that's what I said though, kind of. I think.
Yeah, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying, I personally believe, like, as long as the child is getting taken care of, you don't have necessarily an obligation to the baby mama.
So where do you stand on the situation that she was referring to?
I just believe personally, as far as like her asking for more money, and
she wasn't asking for more money.
She wasn't asking for more money.
She was asking for a car.
You didn't watch the video, didn't you?
More money, car, okay, whatever.
Okay, but she was asking for a car because she was saying her car, I don't know what she said, it broke down, whatever. So they had to take Ubers.
That has nothing to do with
her and the kid had to take Ubers. So what do you but technically you're saying the obligation should be the child, right? The child. Yes. So in this time of COVID, do you feel that it is safe for your child, whether or not his mom is paying for the car to get fixed or not, your child is taking Ubers places during COVID, do you feel like he should then say, all right, let me, even if it's loan you a car so that y'all can get around and y'all don't have to take an Uber? Because remember, you're saying his obligation is to take care of the child.
Yeah.
In this situation, your child is, some people would say, being put in danger. So
that was the argument, yeah.
That's the argument I'm seeing a lot of people make. Is like, I don't think people are making the argument of like, oh, he should just be giving her money free, like willy-nilly or whatever. I think people were making the argument for her side, at least, saying like the car was, in repair or whatever. They needed a ride somewhere, so they weren't taking Ubers. Should he or should he not have stepped in to help out with that?
Yeah, he should.
In that aspect, he should get them a rental car until the car is taken care of.
He needed to get him a cheaper car.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be some super Lamborghini, Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a super,
mama cheap car, bro. You ain't getting no rolls or nothing out of me.
When you say get her a cheap car, I'm thinking of like one of beat down
a Toyota Corolla or something. Damn.
Like nothing crazy.
She had an Infinity, right? She had an Infinity.
Decent though, you know what I'm saying?
Like a '99 Corolla.
Giving her a Range Rover like 2020 Like what else? Some crazy cars. Like, bro,
The hell you
chill.
need a Range Rover for when you have kids? Like, that shit don't make
That's
no
what I'm
sense to
saying.
me.
You gotta get in her range, and so that's what she wants. Like she wants the range and live that lifestyle. Like, oh my, just take
Especially when hoes don't even put no work in. I hate that shit. How
No,
you expect to live the
exactly.
lifestyle when you ain't putting no fucking work
You're
in?
not putting no fucking work. You get 60,000 untaxed. Man, shut your ass up.
Bro, this escalated.
Hey, if I'm paying for everything,
It's true though. It's true though. Like, what the fuck you expect when your ass ain't doing shit but just throwing out white pussy?
Yeah,
That's all you doing.
Exactly.
This nigga love that WAP song, son.
This shit funny.
Hey,
That shit funny
I
though.
like the video. Trust me, I like the video, but I do not like the song. The song's trash. But you know,
There's some holes in it.
You
60,000.
Mariah Grant, she says, why can't she own rental? I don't see why that has to fall back on him.
Mariah is Mariah any of y'all's girlfriends?
Mariah is actually our producer.
Oh, okay. No, I just said she's pretty. That's it. Like, what's wrong with that?
Mariah is actually our producer.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That boy's a shooter. That boy's a shooter.
Nah, she's right though. Like, she's right about the rental car thing. Like, yeah, why does that have to fall back on us? Why can't she? But she's broke. Like, probably like she's broke.
My thing is, I thought the same thing of like, why couldn't she get her own rental or do whatever?
My bad.
And I think somebody was saying, you know, a lot of times people make the case that like, if with one parent you live a certain lifestyle, you should technically, the child should have that same lifestyle with the other parent. So
no.
But that's the argument. That's the argument that people make. So the argument people make when it comes to athletes and it comes to like musicians and stuff, the argument people make is if you're living one lifestyle with one parent, you should be able to the child should be able to maintain their lifestyle with the other parent. So that's how. No, that's not me.
That's not me. Because Africans be spending that money, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
That's not me. I'm saying that's the report. So like people, that's why you see the like musicians and athletes, their child support is like crazy numbers because people are saying like it's not just that they need to have like a livable, like you just take care of the child. They make them pay as much as they do because they're supposed to maintain the lifestyle that they have with one parent. Is basically the argument of why they make them pay so much.
It's also the dude's fault though for like even having like interactions with the women that are broke though, you know. So,
I blame Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin,
Blake Griffin, girl.
Man, this motherfucker paying $150,000 a month for child support and shit to some trash ass hoes. But anyway, it's another story for another day.
Bruh,
I feel bad for him. I'm sad for him. Shit.
But another athlete though too, right? Another athlete.
Yeah, she was in WNBA or something like that, right?
She got another athlete too on support.
Yeah. It was
Matt Leinart.
Matt Leinart and yeah, oh boy. She's getting two, bro.
But child support is all about the percentage of somebody's check.
Thanks, Brad.
Not necessarily.
Wow, Mr. Obvious. Oh my God.
We know.
I mean, if he's making millions of dollars, of course his child support is going to be high. Like it's not like, oh, she's getting blah 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 blah.
That's fair.
Brett, go do the research. It's not true. It's not true.
It's up to the judge at the end of the day. Yeah.
Hey, they make them pay more.
Hey, different states are different. I don't know where you're speaking from. You got to make sure that you know all the different states and their laws because some states they don't even have that type of protocol in place. I'm just throwing that out there.
In Texas. Sorry. In Texas. Speaking from Texas. It's more on the percentage. More on the percentage.
That's crazy, man. Nobody's obligated to anybody, to be honest.
You're obligated to your child.
You're obligated to your child. That's it.
Baby mom should get a little bit, you know what I mean? Or house, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
A little harder, work a little harder, go do something.
So, I mean, but what do you mean by that, Greg? Like, what do you mean by she should get a little bit?
No, like I said earlier, she definitely should get a house, like nice school district, like little baby already did for her. So obviously he feels the same way I do. Got her in the child and her in a nice area for so the child can have a good schooling, like we did. We grew up in Cyprus. She should have a car. She fucked it up somehow. That's the issue right there. She wants a new car.
Irresponsible.
Did he? Exactly.
Bro, how am I gonna give you like I give you an expensive car and you just go break it and then you expect me to buy you another one? Are you my child? Like you my daughter?
Yeah.
Bro,
Preparing for your child.
bro. I'm not your fucking dad, bro. It's your dad. Like,
So Ishmael,
You're not my dad.
let me ask you, Ishmael,
be a grown woman, man, and handle your business. Like,
how would you handle that, Ishmael?
What do you mean?
Like, how would you handle it? Like, what would you do in that situation?
African people don't pay child support.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
you say he's not paying child support?
No, that's not what I asked you. What would you do in that situation?
Huh? What would I do in that situation?
You say you're not paying child support?
I said African people don't pay child support.
Are you buying her a new car, Ishmael? Like,
That's
just in general, are you buying her a new car?
Buying her a new car? Bruh, I'll get a rental car.
Cash paid car. Cash paid.
Yeah, or a cash pay. Yeah, or buy a car cash.
Yeah.
A 99 Corolla.
But I mean, he can buy a car cash that's a Lamborghini.
A 99 Corolla.
I can get a little Benz. I can get a little 2015 Benz, 16 Benz or something, or BMW. Or
I swear,
she getting that van, the Kendrick Lamar album, the Get Good Man. She getting that van.
The Chrysler. Mm-hmm. She getting one of them Chrysler vans.
This fool really did Brett really just say get somebody a Lamborghini and just had a kid and shit?
No, I was.
He was just saying like
you took one thing I said.
Boy, I was about to say, man, you over here, man. If you don't get your ass on,
you took one thing that I said.
Boy, I was about to fire off on that one thing too.
You were sitting on it too. I know you were.
You goddamn right I was.
Lamborghini, I'm gonna get him. He said Lamborghini, I'm gonna get him.
Off subject, but Moneybag Yo bought that girl Ari Lambo truck. You know who Ari, like Moneybag Yo and Ari, the Ari girl?
Man, I don't keep up with them. I don't keep up with them damn. I don't keep up with them damn hoodlums.
Going on dates. She can not going on dates after getting that Lambo too.
Yeah, I don't keep up with them, but this is just what I see on Twitter sometimes. You know, it's like retweeted and top stuff.
I see it and keep on scrolling.
I keep scrolling too, but I keep it in my head about these little like. I'm
trying to go out here and go get this paper. You feel me? I ain't worried about no money back. You motherfuckers out here get paid to be fucking do nothing. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get on that level. Go out here and just motherfucking just go out to a restaurant or whatever. You feel me? Just get paid to go there. 100. Oh, 100. That's how I see it.
Not to do. Don't do that.
100. 100.
You know, do some. Yeah.
All right, before we get up out of here for tonight, Bina, would you like to tell everybody where they can find your music? They can find more of you. Of course, we'll link everything in the descriptions box when we get done with this video.
Yeah. Tell the people.
100. I do have a SoundCloud. You can reach me on my SoundCloud at let me see real quick.
Remember, you just give everything to me. I'll put everything on the description.
We're gonna put it on the socials.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, just give it to me and I'll send everything over.
You can find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on iTunes, Spotify, Google,
Instagram.
My Instagram, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I got all that.
Yes, sir.
In the thing. So, I appreciate y'all for letting me on, man. It was fun.
No problem. We appreciate you for coming on Kinfolk and Nem. This is a very long episode, even without our boy Napoleon. Usually we run for about an hour 10, hour 15. This show right here, it seems like we need to have a nice little talk. You definitely earned your spot for the night, and we'll definitely have you on again in the future.
We can have you back now, Ben.
Yeah,
man, appreciate it. You say what, Brett?
Yes, sir.
I said we can have you back now. You died.
Well, we'll have to talk to our producer first.
I'm pretty sure you got a good repertoire with our producer, so you're pretty sure.
That's cool. No, I didn't mean no harm.
Nah, you goof.
Yeah.
But for next time, of course, every Tuesday night on Facebook and YouTube live on the Sports Plug, and catch us Kinfolk and Nem 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. See you guys next time.